shitty wizard appears while you're going about your day. He asks you some questions and won't let you run away. Would you rather have a finger growing out of your cheek or have no skin on the bottom of your feet? Would you rather have laser vision or turn invisible? Now make a decision. Shitty wizard flying through the air. Shitty wizard magic everywhere. Shitty wizard you just can't compare. Shitty wizard learning to care.
Hello, and welcome to another classic episode of Streamy Dreams with the Shitty Wizards. Hello! So, Adam is once again absent from the stream for various reasons.
We have a confession to make. We took one of the Would You Rathers too far. He's not coming back, guys.
He may or may
He's
not.
not coming back. He's never coming back. He's dead. He's dead!
He may or may not be buried under the floorboards, but
It's starting to smell. We should have thought of this ahead of time because obviously it's like summer's coming. Although we've had like this horrible rainy season, so he's gonna get all moist and then then it's gonna heat up and
black
he's just gonna be a
mold.
hot, moist mess.
yeah, I honestly, like, more than anything, I'm concerned about the ghost of Adam.
I'm not worried about his ghost. He's so apathetic. Like his ghost is just gonna be like, fucking hate you guys.
I'm just worried that, like, I'm gonna be here late at night working on something, and suddenly he's gonna be, like, behind me, silently judging me. And every time I turn around, he's not there. But he's there in spirit, judging me.
What about Adam has ever led you to believe that he would spend more than a second here than he has to?
Yeah, that's true.
If he's a ghost, he's never coming back here.
Yeah, but unfortunately for him, he's haunting this place. Yeah,
Oh,
so
right.
his
'Cause he got
eternal
murdered
spirit.
here.
Yeah, his eternal
Oh,
spirit
he's gonna get
is
so disgruntled.
it's bound to this office specifically, where his
Yeah, he might fuck with you then.
mutilated corpse may or may not be in the walls. But anyway.
I get the feeling he would just avoid me if he was a ghost. Be like, you're more annoying than it is fun to.
Would you say that he would ghost you?
No!
He would. He
It
totally
would be the one thing that would make me sad too. I was like, I want to be friends with a ghost, and he'd be like, exactly. That's my way of haunting you. It would just be you being like, did you see that crazy ghost thing Adam did? And I'd be like, no, I missed it again. Now I've got FOMO
Yeah.
G.
I'm gonna come in the morning and, like, find that, like, my YouTube history is all just, like, shit that he would watch, like, fucking, I don't know, let's plays or whatever. I'd be like, who the hell is watching all these let's plays on my YouTube account?
You don't watch Let's Plays? What's wrong with you?
I don't like video games.
Anyway,
That's
sweet
not true.
transition into Welcome to Ladies' Night!
Woo, woo. We have canned wine. We're gonna gossip.
We've done each other's hair and nails.
We're in our jammies. There may or may not be a pillow fight in the future.
And we're going to talk about boys.
So if anybody in the chat has any ladies' night specific would you rathers,
Oh.
then please shoot them our way.
Oh no, my would you rather. Wait, no, yes. I'm
Okay,
gonna
you
go
got
out
one?
on a
You
limb
got one?
and say this is a topic that relates to ladies exclusively.
Okay. I hope that there are some ladies watching.
This is a ladies only question. You'll get it when you hear it. All right, should we hop right in?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, remember, this is for ladies only. If you're a man, stop listening. So, would you rather once a month you have to help somebody move? Remember, ladies only. No, this has nothing to do with ladies. I was just trying to, there's no way to make this fit the theme. Okay, once a month you have to help somebody move, but you get to keep one item. Now, the item can't be something essential to the house.
Oh.
Ladies only!
Ladies only.
I'm a lady.
The ghost of Adam has joined us.
Damn it, he wasn't supposed to haunt us until the thaw.
But I'm stealing some of your Timbits.
Oh, great. Now you're going to be making
He's
mouth
getting,
sounds right
he's
into the
getting
microphone.
all up in Tim's bits.
Okay, you can join us for Ladies' Night, but we are going to do your makeup and nails, and you have to wear your best jammies.
Yeah. And you gotta get drunk off wine.
Yeah.
And gossip about your secretary.
Gross. I thought Frederic was maybe doing a good job filling him.
Yeah, he's pretty good, but he doesn't talk a lot, so.
He's having a bad day. He's feeling fat.
We've spent all of our time up to now reassuring him that he does not, in fact, look fat in that.
Oh, you're gorgeous.
Apron that he's
Oh my
wearing.
God.
If his stripes were vertical, it would help.
Don't tell him that!
Now he's gonna have a complex.
He already does.
In case you don't know what we're talking about, there's a stuffed tiger that lives on the couch here whose name is Frederic, and he's very cool and he wears sunglasses all the time.
Stuffed,
Even
Caitlin?
inside.
Isn't that a little insensitive?
Oh, sorry. I mean, a very slim tiger. That could totally wear those jeans if he wanted to.
Yeah, he just doesn't feel like it.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to start over?
Oh, okay. Ugh, what a
Also,
train wreck.
Also, Brett, since you're currently being inhabited by the spirit of dead Adam, who we may or may not have murdered, you have to answer every question not with your instinct, but what you think Adam would answer. Like, you would have to imagine what Adam would say.
Which is to say that, like, you have to channel Adam's ghost.
Yeah, say no more. I got it.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather, once a month, you have to help somebody move, but you get to keep one thing? It can't be something that is like a feature of the home, like you can't take their sink, but it's something you helped move in, but one of their possessions. You get to take it. No questions asked. They can't fight you on it. You just take it and you're gone. Or would you rather have to move every 2 months within a reasonable distance? So like you're still going to be, let's say you're still going to be in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't live in Toronto.
They know we live in Toronto.
Just doxed you. Have take that.
Your name is Laurel Dalgley.
Hey, what the fuck?
I feel like you're going to be hard to find.
Okay, you have to move every 2 months, but you always have some, like, basically a team that's going to move for you. You don't have to pay movers. You always have, like, you still have to help. You still have to be, like, over there. You're still involved, but it's not, like...
You got to get a little sweaty.
Yeah, but it's not the big to-do that it normally is.
Do I have to, like, look for a new place every 2 months?
No, it's just happens.
Okay.
So there's no, like, kind of rent increases worked in?
Sometimes, but again, within reason. It's always going to be in the ballpark of...
Again, this is Toronto. 2 months can make a big difference.
Yeah, yeah.
Say magically, that doesn't happen.
Okay.
It might go up. It would go up as, like, the way your rent would normally go up.
Right.
Yeah, so you always have people helping you, and the place is always relatively nice. You're not moving into a shithole. But, so every 2 months, something you value gets taken away from you. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's something that they helped you move. Like, it could be anything. You can't just store all your all your favorite things at the office and be like, doesn't count. They'll just disappear.
That sucks.
Well, me, Brett, doesn't have many objects that I value, but I feel like me, Adam, does. So
Yeah.
if I was answering as me, Adam,
One of them could be your cat.
yeah, I'd be like, okay, I guess I'm helping somebody. I fucking hate helping people move, but I will help someone move so that they don't take my valuable thing that I
But
value.
once a month, you have to help somebody move.
Yeah, but
Like, once a year is already kind of like, you're testing the limits of this friendship.
How much do I have to help them? Am I just lifting boxes? Do I have to, like, drive a van? Do I have to help them pack? Like, what is the extent to which I'm helping them?
It varies, but it can include any stage.
Oh, God.
Here's the other wrinkle with this whole thing is like, so it's every 2 months I would have to move?
Yeah.
Me, Brett, requires at least 2 months to get, like, you know, comfortable in a space, especially in and around the bathroom situation.
You're like a cat or like a pet that, like, they won't eat or go to the bathroom
Yeah,
until
you need
they
to,
feel
like,
safe.
put your scent on the walls and stuff.
So I would be very uncomfortable permanently at this point
Yeah.
if I had to move every 2 weeks.
Also, every
2 months.
2 months, you're, like, losing something of value.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's like emotionally valuable or just like monetarily valuable.
Could be your
like,
computer.
You could be your fucking couch every time you move. Like, now you gotta go out and get a new couch.
Yeah, but the next time you move, you'll probably get a new couch. Like I said, the place is always nice.
It might be nice for someone who's like trying to distract from like a big problem in their life. Like they're just not getting along with their girlfriend or something like that.
It's like, oh, well, we're moving, so I guess I'll put that off.
Yeah, it puts that off for another couple months, like perpetually.
I guess you would never need to like clean your house because you'd be, well, in 2 months I'm just gonna leave anyway.
That's true. Also, that actually kind of works with the girlfriend situation because you could just ghost her and then move and she won't know where you are. And if she does find you, it's fine. You've already moved again.
You'd never be unpacking those boxes. You'd be like, because it already takes like 6 months to unpack boxes when you move into a place.
But you have a whole team that's like,
And they
they're doing the full, like you're helping, but it's to completion.
So
they're like, doing the bulk of it.
They like hang my pictures up on the wall?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's been something I've been struggling with for almost an entire year now.
It's basically the equivalent of moving into like prefab or pre
like a furnished apartment.
Yeah.
Right.
But like you still have to kind of like be there, and it doesn't just happen in an instant. It's not like magic teleportation. There's still like a to-do.
And when I'm helping someone else move, you said that they have movers. Or they don't. It's like
no, you're just helping your old roommate.
You know what? I feel like I could use the exercise, and I wouldn't lose anything, and I'd get some of their stuff.
Yeah,
exactly. What would you
can
take?
Anything.
You could take. I think I would switch between things that I want and things that I don't care about, but I know it would hurt them.
Yeah, because
for me
like
to
depending
take.
on the friend, like they might have really nice furniture, and you just be like, well, I'm gonna take that couch because it's way nicer
your
than mine.
whole bed.
Yeah, there's some stuff that you could take to really fuck up their day.
I would just constantly be taking people's laptops. You don't need this. This is my laptop now.
Yeah. Oh, you have a PS3? I don't have a PS3. I guess I'm just.
I mean, I've got
take
12
that.
actually, but you know, I could use a 13.
I would take the girlfriend's sex toy.
Ew.
Only if you helped move it.
But it's not to like use or like to keep. It's just
Sure.
it's just to be like, this is gonna make her dissatisfied for some time until she finds it. I don't know. Oh wait, that's not Adam speaking. That's me speaking. So Adam would probably be like, I love helping friends. I'm gonna just help for the sake of it and not take
Adam at all?
I mean, he is the good one of us.
He is the good one,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say he's like entirely altruistic.
I'm gonna lean into altruism.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be right more often than not.
But he wouldn't want to take people's stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like he'd be like, well, I gotta do this, so I'm not gonna take the stuff.
Although you could just you don't have to take something important. You could be like, your toothbrush? My toothbrush now.
Yeah.
Get a new one from CVS.
I would take people's medication that they need.
There you go. You and me, Brett, are in the same camp.
Yeah.
Just like, you don't need this. What's the one for?
I would take like their grandmother's ashes. Just be like, you don't need this. You're holding on too tightly to this.
The only problem that I can foresee with this is that once a month, getting like new shit, my apartment is gonna fill up super quick. So I
But
feel
you don't
like
have to keep it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna be taking stuff to annoy them and then just throwing it straight in the
I
garbage.
would just take their food. Be like, I'm taking this beer. Bye.
If you could probably set up some sort of pawn shop racket, pretty.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
set up an eBay account.
If you're taking all the laptops, that's easy money.
That's true.
Yeah. eBay called like friends stuff. All my friends stuff.
All my friends' stuff. I'd also like take it and like use it to hack into all their accounts. Because they don't get to touch it. They don't know what I'm going to take. So I'm just going to be like, oh, my laptop now.
Yeah, you know that at least one of your friends doesn't have a password on their laptop. And so you're just like yes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even consider setting up the internet for all these new places every 2 months. That's like a week with no internet every 2 months.
That's true.
I don't know.
Are your movers gonna set the
No.
internet up?
When your friends ask you to help them move, they never have you set up their internet.
No.
You had to move every 2 months.
Oh.
You're having to call Rogers and deal with those fucking douchebags.
And like forget like ever getting mail.
Yeah, that's never.
I mean, I guess if you're on I'm a lamb, then it would probably not be a bad
Just
idea.
have your mail sent to the office.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
true.
an easy. Just have a hub where that stuff goes.
I could get a PO box, but you know what? I don't want the government contacting me. Leave me alone.
I know, right?
Doesn't like the government in Australia not even know that you left?
They know that I left, but they just don't know how to find me now because they want me to pay my student loans back, and I refuse.
So can you just like never go back there?
I went back this year.
No, I mean like to live. Like, will that interest have just like exploded?
That it doesn't accrue interest the way that student loans here do. It only goes up with inflation. But
What?
yeah, they might make me back pay a bunch of it. Not that I like couldn't afford it. It's more of like a moral issue.
It's just I don't
So
wanna.
you feel morally righteous in stealing their money.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
I feel like the government in Australia owes me free education.
Yeah, for all the shit they put you through.
Exactly. So
Right.
fuck those guys.
Did they give you guys like at least like free skin cancer like
They
screenings
do
and stuff?
actually, yeah, they do.
Holy shit!
I was gonna say, is that
There are entire clinics dedicated to just screening for skin cancer. Yeah, and I think once you
Have you
get
ever
to
gone?
like, I've never been, no, but once you get to a certain age, they kind of like make you go. Like, listen, you're probably already riddled with skin cancer. You better go and get that shit cut out.
Dang. I mean, of all the cancers to get, though, I feel like skin cancer is pretty good.
No, it's the worst
No,
one.
it's awful.
What?
It's the
I thought you
absolute
could literally
100%
just cut out
worst one.
chunks and you'd be fine.
If it gets its roots in there though, you gotta like dig that shit out.
Yeah, and if it gets into your blood, then it like spreads like crazy.
But then that's blood cancer. I'm just talking about skin cancer.
Would you rather have skin cancer or blah blah blah?
Would you rather have skin cancer or, like, colon cancer?
The thing is that skin cancer could get into your colon anyway.
Yeah, but
If you
colon
don't catch
cancer
it
can
soon
get
enough.
into your other organs, too.
I guess so.
All cancers can spread.
Anything that's like in the esophagus or stomach or colon, like anything that's in that tract is just a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because you use it all the time.
Exactly.
It's like you can't not eat.
Yeah. Whereas you can not rub lotion on your skin. If
You
don't
could
want
not
to.
have skin.
Well, you still have to have it, but you don't have to, like... You could just wrap it up. You'd be fine.
My dad's always got like things that he's had like burned off of his hands and stuff like that because he golfs like 300 times a year.
Ooh.
So there's always he always wears a hat. He always wears like a large brimmed hat.
To protect him from skin cancer?
Yeah, just from the sun in general. But
I guess if
his
you're
hands
talking
are
about-
always out there.
Gotta put sunscreen on.
My dad's got one gnarly, all scarred up hand because he burned all the skin off of it and had to get it grafted.
Who is... Was he like fighting a demon or
He
something?
was making dinner.
Every little tidbit I get about your dad is like some new like adventure.
I don't know how he's still alive. He had to run from a bear once, but luckily it was downhill.
Wasn't the bear also going downhill?
Yeah, but he was really heavy, so he fell.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, I think I would rather help somebody move than have to move myself. Also, like, the moving yourself one is a pretty shitty deal because not only do you have to move into a new place every 2 months, but you're also losing something. So it's
Yeah,
like
but maybe it would teach you
lose-lose.
how to, like, let go of your earthly possessions.
I, Brett, have already let go of most of my earthly possessions.
What about that shirt
I got a bunch more.
that you're losing every 2 months?
It's fine. I can afford it. I can afford to lose them. I've got like 15 of these exact same shirts. Look at this one. This one's all chewed away at the V.
Do you have like mice in your
It's like little
closet?
needles.
Have you been chewing on your... Have you been stress chewing your shirts?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what
I've
you're
seen
talking
the pens in your office. I know you're a stress chewer. Now it's canon. Tater sauce, put that on the wiki.
Brett, stress chewer.
Stress chewer. That's why he needs a chew girl to chew his food.
Because
Because
I've ground my teeth down
Right,
to
yeah.
nothing.
They're just nubs now.
Yeah, I think even if you took out the, like, you lose something or you get something, I would still help someone else move every month rather than me move every 2 months.
Yeah, because like I feel like when you're helping somebody else move, even if you put in the least amount of effort possible, they can't be mad at you because you're there. You're the one who showed up.
But you have to, like, you have to stick it out. Like, you've got to make sure the job gets done. You can't just half-ass it and then be like, well, you're on your own now. It's like, you have to finish the job. What if they have a lot of stuff?
Is it a different friend every month?
No, it's always the same friend. No, it's a different friend. But
Yeah,
it would
'cause,
be
like,
funny if it was the same.
How many friends
How
do
many
you
friends
have?
do people have, though?
I guess there's like a rotation.
Like, it's gonna get into acquaintances really quick, and then
Yeah.
just
You're gonna
strangers.
learn which of your friends is like super organized and which of them are fucking dirtbags.
Well, like, the same friend could move twice.
Yeah.
Like, eventually you'll start getting repeats.
Yeah.
Or sometimes maybe it's a stranger.
Also, like when you help your friends move, they always buy you like pizza and beer. So at least once a month you're like getting a free pizza dinner.
What? I've never gotten pizza and beer from helping someone move.
Really? You must be friends with some assholes.
I was.
Alright.
Yeah, they just said thanks, and then part of it may be like I was like, it's done, right? You can handle the rest. Maybe it's just me. I'm leaving too quickly.
Right.
Yeah, we've had those events like the job fair, where you roll up at 3 in the afternoon and go like, I'm here to help, guys, as we're packing it up for the day.
That wasn't my
Like-
fault. We got drunk off wine in a parking lot.
That sounds exactly like it was your fault.
I didn't bring the wine. Alright. Well, let's get on. Fine. You guys be altruistic or whatever. Help people move.
You're gonna move every 2 months?
I don't give a shit.
You
Well, I'm not helping you.
you live, from what I can tell, essentially in an overzealous dad's Halloween haunted house. And you've been there for what, like 12 years? So
Getting close to a decade.
yeah.
Jesus.
So I don't think you're as primed to move around as you.
You know that like you and I are gonna be like on like Laurel duty once every 2 months.
Yeah.
It's just
That's right, it's just
constantly
you two
helping
alternating.
Laurel move.
Stop taking all my stuff, guys.
Oh, my cardboard.
All my boxes.
My precious cardboard couch.
I really like that plastic
one
skeleton.
Not my favorite mug.
My 75-pound Cintiq. No.
It's too heavy anyway. You can have it. Alright, let's get on to the one that you prepped
Okay,
especially.
I did. I prepped one especially for Brett. So, as you know, I've been doing improv classes.
Yes.
You can tell by how witty and on the ball I am. And something that they always are like telling us is that you gotta always say yes to whatever anybody throws your way.
Never.
So, and I'm especially bad at it.
Yeah, I'm much more of a no fuck off person than a yes and person.
Yeah.
I like a good maybe.
A good maybe, yeah.
Keep it mysterious.
So anyway, my question is, would you rather have to say yes anytime somebody asks you something? So you're kind of like Jim Carrey's yes man.
There's no way that ends well.
Or would you rather every time you ask somebody to do something, they either argue with you about it for 5 minutes, or they and then eventually do it but do a bad job, or there's a 50-50 chance that they just will not do it at all.
Oh God. Oh God. That's really bad.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
So when you say I have to say yes to it, it's not things like, Brett, are you a monster? And I go yes.
No, it's like if I'm like, can you get me a glass of water? You're like, yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
If I ever discover that is a curse you have, I'm going to abuse the shit out
or
of
anything
it.
on that scale. If I'm like, Brett, can you help me move? And you're like, absolutely.
Can I have a one-year paid vacation?
Well, I already know what it's like to have someone argue with me whenever I tell them something. And the perpetrator is in this room, and it's not Frederique, so... And it's not Caitlin.
I was going to say, I never argue.
What are you talking about? I don't argue.
They're going to argue with you for a full 5 minutes. And like list all the reasons why they should not have to do the thing that you asked them to do. And then they're going to do a bad job.
They're guaranteed to do a bad job?
Yeah, they're going to do a half-ass job.
Well,
Or
you're gonna be at it.
50-50 chance they just won't do it at all.
So that would end your career.
Yeah, as a director, it's kind of important for people to do what I tell them. So do I like having someone question me less than do I like having to do things for other people?
You could like become a hermit and learn how to be hyper independent. You never ask nobody to do nothing.
Yeah, you would kind of have to remove yourself from society.
Or become like a servant.
If you really hated doing things for other people.
Oh, Brett, can you come to my birthday party? Brett, can you... Oh, God. Can you help me fix my email? Oh. Just all the things where I've in the past gone like, no.
Brett, can I stay at your place?
Oh.
Absolutely, you can.
Oh, God! No, I'm gonna have to go with the second one. I can't. Sometimes people ask you to do really dumb shit.
It's true, but like, how infuriating is it when you ask someone to do something and they just don't fucking do it?
Okay.
Doesn't that drive you insane? I think I would rather have to say yes to stuff than have people say
But
no
it
to
only
me.
takes one really bad one to like end your life. Like someone just says like if I found out that you had to do what I said, I would definitely ask you to murder my enemies.
It's not like you're not gonna commit crimes or anything like that.
Wait, what?
Or like murder yourself. Like you can't say like, "Hey Brett, jump off the top of a tall building," and you'd be like, "Yeah, sure." It's gotta
really?
be like within reason. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like normal asks.
Yeah, normal, like something that a normal person would ask you day to day.
Still, there's a... Oh, God. People who are like...
Yeah, and like the more that you say yes to stuff, the more people are gonna ask you to do stuff for them.
I think the answer in both scenarios is to just extract yourself from society. So, regardless, it's like, I'm just moving out to the woods, and I'm gonna be by myself.
And then like so you're living in the woods, like
Yeah.
you're living that hermit lifestyle. Some fucking random guy shows up at your
takes
house
one.
in the middle of the night. Is like, "Hey man, can I stay at your place?"
Yeah, there'll be like campers or people who are trying to like break records and stuff, and they'll be like, "Dude, I've got like dysentery. You need to help me."
All right. Well, if that's the case, if I have to leave society regardless, then I'm gonna take the first option, which is people will argue with me and not do it right, and then I'm just gonna leave
Right.
and not ask anyone to do anything ever.
That's what I mean. You just become hyper independent.
Yeah.
Oh, but God, if you go to the store and you're like, "Can I get a bag?"
Look,
They're
there's
gonna be-
self checkout for a reason. Fucking learn to use
Not
it already.
Not in the middle of nowhere. There's not self checkout. Like there's gonna be some guy who's like bringing you a sack of potatoes once
Bring
a
a
month,
bag.
and you're gonna be like, "Can you not bring me like rotten potatoes next month?" And he's gonna be like, "Listen, man. Like, these are the early potatoes I got. I gotta come, like, 20 miles down the river so that I can bring you these potatoes. Of course they're gonna be..."
But if that's only once in a while,
Yeah.
5 minutes is doable.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I mean, I've had people, you know, every once in a while, a guy says, "Hey, want to get in this car with me?" And if you had to say yes, that's a bad day! That's a really bad day!
That's true. That's a really bad day.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't cover that in Jim Carrey's Yes Man.
Because we're also like,
They should have. It would have been. Or he just goes to like the red light district, and there's like all these ladies being like, "Hey, you want to have a good time?" And he has to say yes to like everyone he passes.
oh man, what if you go to a prostitute and then I just ask her to be like, "Hey, can you take your shirt off?" And she argues with you and then does a terrible job of it.
If you have to ask your
She
prostitute
gets
to
caught
take
in
her
her
shirt off,
shirt. She's like, "Can you give me a hand?"
Like, this isn't sexy.
she gets it half off, and she's like, "Good enough."
Yeah. And then, but there's what, a 50% chance she just doesn't?
Yeah.
Actually, I like to keep my shirt on.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the argument and I'm gonna leave human society behind.
Yeah.
Society's always gonna catch up to you.
Or just like I said, you wouldn't be able to be a director, but if you're just like an average Joe in society, especially in Toronto, most of the stuff I do day to day is pretty automated. Like, I go to a bank machine. I don't go to a teller. I do self-checkout. Like, if I don't need to ask people for stuff, I don't.
Yeah, that's true.
Even like getting a ride. Like, I can punch in my destination to an Uber. I'm not asking somebody to give me a ride.
Yeah, that's true.
See, when I take an Uber from home to work, there's I'm at the base of a street that turns into a one-way, but the only way to get onto the street that takes us right to work, which is Dufferin Street, you have to go in the opposite direction for like a block. So you have to drive north when you're eventually going to head south, if you follow along. And like 5 times out of 6, the driver tries to do a 3-point turn and leave, but that just gets you into no left turn territory, and you're now, it's going to be 20 minutes to work. So I always have to say, you're going to want to go straight and then take a left.
Yeah, but see, you're not asking him to do something. You're just giving him some friendly advice.
No, it's
Yeah,
gonna
you
go
can't-
into like instruction and stuff like that too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I could just instruct everybody as I normally do. I just have to stop saying, hey, could you do me a favor and finish that shot?
No, but if you're saying, do this, that's you're asking somebody to do something. Or if you just say, hey, just so you know, just so that you're aware, you can't go, this is a one-way street.
How does the magic work?
They're gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just information dump on people?
No. Not if they're gonna do something for you, like drive you around.
Yeah.
That seems like a
So I'm going to be taking Dovercourt down to work 5 times out of 6, and it's off because it's stop signs the whole way.
Hey, you know what you could do?
What?
You could walk up a block or just like ping your Uber to the corner.
That's true.
Yeah, you can send the Uber to go to the corner and then.
The only time I take an Uber is when it's pouring outside.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
true.
defeats the purpose.
Well, you're gonna have to live this life.
You have to deal with this somehow.
This is such a non-problem. I'm so upset. This is the most. Oh my God, we are having a girls' night. You're whinging about some idiotic crap.
It's not a girls' night until one of us says, "Can I just say something? Can I just say something?"
You have clearly never been to a ladies' night. Nobody talks like that.
Yeah, they do. They always go like it's usually when they're scheming. And it's like Laurel's really bothering Caitlin, and Caitlin will come to me and be like, "Can I just say something?" Laurel's great, but
One of us has to like leave the room to go to the bathroom, and then the other two have to be like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah. Which is what we did before you got here.
Yeah. We may or may not have gossiped about you.
Also, you're doing a terrible job at being Adam.
It's true. Yeah. What would
That-
Adam do?
that question was not for Adam.
It wasn't for Adam, but you have to answer it like Adam.
Yeah.
But Brett has to live the consequences.
Let's
of
do a
his
quick
Adam
like roll
decision.
back to that clip of you saying, "Say no more. I got this."
Well, you said I knew that question was not for him. That question was for me.
I think he would have been equally infuriated by that question.
I think so,
Because it
too.
is a terrible question.
Yeah, that's a nightmare for anyone.
There's no way to flip that to a positive. Like
Yeah.
normally with something you can be like, "Wow, I can say blah blah blah," and then suddenly they have to do what I say, whatever. But that one, there's no upside.
It's just nobody does what you say, or you have to do everything people ask of you.
Yeah. Like I would be tempted to go with the yes and one, just because I think it would be the easiest option to like continue living my life. But if I had to go to every single like birthday party, or like anytime one of my relatives tried to guilt me into going back to Australia, I just had to be like, yeah, of course. I only got back 6 months ago, but I guess I'm going back to Australia now.
Yeah, that's a nightmare. I'd rather people just not listen to me.
Could you gouge out your eardrums, maybe?
Nah.
No, they would
could
still.
They just write it down.
Yeah,
Hold
they'd
it up
find
to
other
me.
ways to communicate.
Now
their
you're just deaf
demands.
and you have to do everything people tell you. At least you don't have to deal with the small talk.
Yeah. The only answer is to kill yourself.
And the wizards won't allow that. You're going to be living in
Yeah, that's
misery.
rule number 1.
Yeah, for eternity.
You can't suicide your way out of it.
You can't. No, that's rule number 1. You literally can't be like, well, I just die then.
Yeah. You have to live this life.
All right.
Adam's still going tap dancing or square dancing with his mother.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of the worst thing somebody could ask you that's within reason, that isn't like, chop your own head off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually like, I'm having my my parents over and I need like a buffer, so do you want to come over for the long weekend?
What's the worst thing someone's actually asked you to do recently?
Recently, I don't know actually.
I think we've gotten to a point where we've well established with our friends that
Yeah, I feel
we
like
don't do shit we don't
I've
wanna do.
established what my boundaries are with people. But like I said, the more you say yes, the more people are going to realize that your boundaries are.
Yeah, they will
Widening.
acclimate
That
accordingly.
happens in real life.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, come over. Let's come over and watch this movie. And you like normally you'd say no, but finally you're just like, okay, fine. And then while you're there, they're like, we should do this again next weekend. You're like, whoa.
That's the worst one. It's when it's like I already agreed to hang out with you, and now you're like, let's make this a regular thing where we do it every Thursday, and you're like, I'm not gonna see you for 6 months so that you learn your lesson.
Yeah, you want to punish them with your absence.
Yeah, it's like if you didn't, if every time we hung out, you didn't make it like this had to be a regular thing, I'd probably see you more often. The pressure is pushing me away. This is probably why we don't have.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the argument one. As infuriating as it is when people don't do shit that you say, I feel like I'm more equipped to just do shit myself
Yeah.
than I am having to do things that people want me to.
You're still more in control with that one.
Yeah. Like I'm just imagining like the end of this situation where like it's like, hey, let's get married. I'm like, yeah, let's have a bunch of kids. Yeah, let's have a bunch of kids. I love kids. Why not?
What happens if two things conflict?
What do you mean?
Like, what if two people ask you to come to their birthday party?
You have to go to
day?
both of them. You have to be one of those people who's like, oh, I'm just showing up to say hi, but I have another birthday party that I'm going to in like.
What
10
if one of them's in
minutes,
Australia?
and-
Look, there are situations where things would conflict.
Oh god,
That's
you'd have to
true.
get off Facebook.
Oh, you'd have to
Yeah.
Skype. You'd have to Skype.
You'd have to Skype in, yeah.
I have an issue with Facebook. I think I have to
Just
leave.
one.
No, yeah, just one. Everything else has just been like, I can opt out of and it's fine. But there's a new feature that lets the host reassign if you are going or not to an event. And I've had that happen to me a couple times now where people just change my status from not going to going. And I'm like, I'm not going to your shitty thing.
Yeah, they did that with groups like a year or two ago where it's like they can just add you to a group and you have to then remove
Oh,
yourself.
yeah. I do that all the time with my friends. I'm one of those people.
I hate it. And it's like, it probably is, like, maybe I would have gone, but you don't get to decide that for me.
And in a Facebook Messenger group chat, you can give your friends nicknames.
That's fun. I like that part.
You can do that if you ever get your hand on someone's iPhone and they have Siri on it. You can say, Siri, from now on, call me, and then you can tell them what to call you. So
Butt face.
Yeah, so let's say it's Buttface. So when Morgan got her first iPhone and she like disappeared, I was like, Siri, from now on, call me Buttface. And then Siri goes like, okay, Buttface. But what I didn't realize it does is it adds a nickname to your email account. So that when you email out to people, it says, like, it would say Brett Buttface Jubinville with like quotes around it. So yeah.
That is
Ultimate
fantastic.
That's
How
great.
many clients did she email that said Morgan Buttface?
Just one. That's all.
But it was enough.
Oh, that's amazing.
But more importantly, whenever she asks, like, how's the weather? And it's like, well, Buttface, it's raining out. Like, wait, what?
She thought Siri was being really passive aggressive.
Yeah.
See, that's harmless fun. That's all in good humor. This whole, I'm gonna force you to attend my bar mitzvah.
I mean, you still don't actually have to go in real life. You know that, right?
Yeah, but then people think you're going, and then they're all like, "Oh, we'll carpool."
They're like, I made extra sandwiches for you.
"Yeah, I specifically."
We'll say, like, the
carved
minute
out
I
some
stopped going on Facebook, my life improved tenfold.
There's just certain groups that I need, like for my game times and everything.
Just as long as you're not a scroller, like, even now if I open it up and it's like,
Oh, I don't go to the main page. It's the messenger that
yeah,
that I use.
I hate it. I hate it. It just makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad on my insides, in
Aw.
my tummy.
Aw, you got bad Facebook tummy?
Yeah.
someone post a picture of their dog and it was cuter than your dog.
Did you get a memory of that picture of you with long hair and you were kind of chubby? Did Facebook remind you?
Did Facebook remind you of that one time when you used to have joy in your soul?
Girls are mean.
Listen, if you can't handle ladies' night,
Then get a new glass of wine. Sorry, can.
get a new can of wine.
Box of wine.
What? No.
No.
It's gotta be in a can.
Yeah, boxed wine is
It's gotta
our
have a
mom's
stiletto on
wine.
it.
Yeah. My mom drinks boxed wine.
Yeah.
I drink out of a can.
Yeah.
Do they even make wine in cans?
Hell yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
God.
Kinda want one now.
Yeah, just gonna like crush a can of wine.
Let's go get some lunch cans.
All right, now I'm gonna take it to the chat, and chat guys, if you got some more would you rather's, post them now.
Make them ladies' night themed.
Make them ladies' night
Unlike
themed,
us.
if you can. Okay, Bryce Davis asks, would you rather be able to turn pictures of your choice into reality, but it only lasts 30 minutes, or have your desires become reality, but it only lasts 15 minutes? You can do this multiple times, but it takes an hour to recharge.
What the second one? For sure.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
your
I know
desires
it's half the
become-
time. It's 30 and 15.
Yeah.
Still, 15 minutes is like, with the first one, yeah, I get 30 minutes, but it probably takes me an hour to Photoshop that picture to be just the way I want it to be.
Yeah, I think it depends on how much imagination you have. If you've got an abundance of imagination, then you want your desires to be reality.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're someone who just like, I can't really visualize anything, then
Yeah.
it's like a photo is perfect.
But a photo, like, you'd have to find a suitable... Like, how many times have you looked in a photo and been like, yes, that's exactly what I want?
I think we also have to take into account the amorphous nature of our thoughts. So like maybe your desire is like, I don't know, who's an attractive male celebrity? Ryan Gosling. Let's say Ryan Gosling is your...
Sure,
is
I
your-
was going to say Ryan Gosling.
I was going to bring up that I finally watched Baby Driver.
Anyway, that's a whole other topic. But let's say you want to imagine Ryan Gosling in. What you actually see in your mind is
Right.
probably some sort of blob monster version of it once it's like formed in reality. Whereas you could look at a
Right.
picture, a well photoshopped,
Mm.
toned picture of sexy Ryan Gosling. And then it's even better than real Ryan Gosling because they photoshopped
Right,
it.
but like,
But it's just making the picture a reality. So yeah, Ryan Gosling would appear for 30 minutes, but that doesn't mean he's gonna let you kiss his face.
yeah, but like 15 minutes with my imagination of Cloud Strife is all I need.
Yeah. He doesn't look, he's mostly polygon, so it's pretty easy to get it right.
Yeah.
Why is his torso all pointy?
I like it pointy.
I don't know, those new high-res images from the remake just got released, so like...
Woo! Besides, like, a fantasy could even be like there's some things that you just can't get a picture of. Like, sometimes...
How automatic is this? Or is it like on demand?
I think it's on demand,
Okay.
so
But
you can do it
But there's an hour.
once an
for it.
hour, but it doesn't just randomly happen every hour. It's more like, you know, like, you're in the tub, and you're like...
But
I don't know, I got 15 minutes to do whatever I want here with whomever I want.
Well, does it have to... It doesn't necessarily have to be, like, a sexual desire either. Like, 15 minutes could be like, I wish I had my lunch right now. You could eat it in 15 minutes, and then you're like, I didn't have to go pay for it.
Right, yeah.
I wish everyone would shut up.
Yeah, and for 15 minutes, they are silent.
You're not going to hear a foot tap, a chew, a mouth sound. You're not going to hear somebody giggling in the next room.
What if you...
Nothing.
What if you were like, I wish that person was dead?
For 15
For
minutes?
15
Would
minutes.
they just only be dead for 15 minutes?
I think so, yeah.
What if your fantasy was them getting killed? Like, so it doesn't, nothing that happens in those 15 minutes can be permanent?
Yeah, does it reset or are they now alive but with severe brain damage?
I would say it probably resets. So you get to like live in your desire for 15
So
minutes.
it's like having a daydream come to life, but it
Yeah.
still has the lasting effects, the same lasting effects as a daydream would.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome! I
Yeah.
would blow up this whole town! I've had fantasies where I'm like falling off buildings, but then you like grab all the ropes on the way and then you like Tarzan your way to safety. I could do that for 15 minutes and have a great day.
I wonder if you could use it to like predict the future. So it's like, I'm gonna fantasize about what would happen if I went in to rob this bank.
Right.
But all the details would be filled in by your imagination.
Yeah.
So it would be the equivalent of you being like, I wonder what it would be like if I robbed this bank. It would probably go like that. Anyway, let's test it out. And then
yeah.
reality would kick in.
You've only got 15 minutes to pull off the greatest heist of all
15
time.
minutes is a good, like, I don't know, I spend a good quarter of my day daydreaming. I think I can get the detail level pretty
now?
accurate.
Probably not good to tell.
A quarter, you say?
Yeah.
I just assume that when you're looking like this, you're just like thinking about something work-related.
Hey, some of my fantasies are work-related.
Don't
Like
tell
when
me
this whole
that
building
either.
blows up.
Like, oh, I wish somebody else would come and do this work for me.
Yeah, I've had fantasies where just like everyone in the room drops dead.
Oh man, you could. I'm trying, and it's only once an hour, but
Yeah,
it lasts
once
for
an hour.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a quarter of your day presumably could be.
Well, no, it would be a fifth. Because it's a 15 minutes and then an hour cooldown. The 15 minutes isn't a part of the hour.
Really?
Oh no, I think he said it resets every hour. It's an hour recharge. So yeah, you might
Okay,
be
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's a fifth then. But you could use it for things like,
That's still close to 5 hours of your
I wish
day.
I didn't have to wait for this red light.
Yeah, see, what if you
Right,
fantasize about that light being green? Would you drive through the green light and then after the 15 minutes you pop back to where you were?
I don't know, man.
That's what I mean.
Sure.
Like, how permanent are these?
Just think about traffic though. Like traffic jams usually only last 15 minutes. It's like you could be like, I wish I was
Right.
at the beginning. I'm fantasizing about the fact that I was at the beginning of this,
Yeah.
and then it's a reality.
Yeah, now it's complicated.
Yeah, I think something that would like make a really big permanent change, like murdering somebody or blowing up a building, is probably going to reset. But for something small like jumping to the front of a traffic jam,
Something small like Ryan Gosling in bathtub or Cloud Strike.
I mean, he can just leave once he's done. Like, I don't need him to stick around.
Just pops through a portal and he's like, well, this is fun.
I didn't want to have a conversation with him.
Are they aware?
I've never been more clean or more dirty in my whole life.
If it's a real person, are they aware of it? So it's just like, you know,
Oh, do they remember
Ryan
the 15
Gosling
minutes?
pops in. He's just like, oh, again. I was just here an hour ago. I'm trying
Well,
to.
I mean, it depends on how much I hate myself, I guess.
I'm trying to shoot the Notebook 2 here.
Well, I feel like if you used the picture one, that would happen. But if it's the fantasy one, they're going to behave exactly how you want them to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Although sometimes my fantasies do get away with me and all of a sudden people are mean and I'm like, why'd my brain go there?
Yeah, sometimes you want them to be upset with you. It's better when they're upset with you.
Yeah.
We're getting right into some psyche here.
Jesus.
Classic ladies' night.
It's true. But yeah, no question the second one.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
for sure, yeah.
Honestly, 30 minutes might be too much.
It might be a little bit too long, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think especially if you had to find or alter a picture, like that's so much work.
Yeah.
I'll take the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one.
Next one. Okay, we got some good would you rather happening. Okay, let me see. Would you rather live where it's always night but it's always summer, so it's constantly
Yes,
summer
that one.
nights.
That one forever is the best. I hate daylight, but I also hate being cold.
Or would you rather that it's always winter but it's always daytime?
That is the worst of both options.
No, I would take that one.
What is wrong with you?
I hate the summer.
Summer nights, though? Summer nights are literally the best time of
No.
the year.
I disagree.
Nah, yeah, I disagree.
I feel like when it's dark and it's hot, I'm like, this isn't what I ordered.
But it's never gonna be, like, we still live in, like, even in summer at night, it's probably, like, 23 degrees tops. It's not gonna be 40 degrees and nighttime.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes
Not
on
in
like
Toronto.
in those August fucking days.
Yeah.
It's never 40
when
degrees
the
at
city
night.
gets really humid.
It's never 40 degrees at night.
Fuck that.
It maybe touches 40 like at noon on the hottest day in summer. But the nights are always nice.
I'll take winter.
Yeah, I'm taking winter days.
But it's day all the time!
Yeah, that's fine.
How are you gonna
I have curtains.
God!
Yeah, I'll just wear my. I used to live in this apartment where the bedroom had a skylight, which doesn't make any fucking sense. And so for the longest time, I just slept in a hoodie, so that when it, like 5:30 in the morning rolled around and the sun came out, I just like put the hoodie over my head and like kennied it over my eyes.
Was it orange?
I think it was like brown.
Just lie, Brett. Come on.
It was orange.
Yeah.
God! You
Yes,
don't-
and Brett.
Yes, and! Also, nobody's gonna fact check you!
Someone knows.
Your old roommate knows.
Yeah. He's listening to this, just going like, nah, that was a brown.
It was definitely brown. Not even close to orange.
Well, that one was fast. Okay, let's do another one.
You two are nuts.
Okay.
Put on a sweater. I can put on sunglasses.
Never gonna be hot ever again.
Yeah.
That's literally my
No, because they turn up the
deepest
heat.
desire.
They turn up the heat like crazy in the
Just go out
winter.
window. Trust me, it's way better. It's way, 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 way better.
Don't trust you.
Never have to shave your legs ever again. Just
Wait, why is that a thing?
because you always wear pants.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I'm more of a pant wearer as well.
I like winter. I don't even have anything against winter, but I love the idea of an eternal night. It's just everything I've ever wanted. I won't have to wear so much sunscreen anymore.
I don't know why you feel you have to wear that much sunscreen anyway.
Yeah, the sun is really like it's pretty mild here.
Says the Australian. How dare you?
You like slather that stuff on like 3 times a day too.
Yeah.
How long do you spend outside? You're like here most of the
Long
day.
enough. It only takes 10
Can
minutes.
I ask, is it because I've seen like people with like truly like porcelain skin, and you're like there's something to that, where you look at it and you're like, yeah, that's weird and cool, and you know.
Right.
Is it because you want to achieve that, or is it some other reason why you always?
Well, I think I'm about as pale as I'm ever gonna get. I don't think
Yeah.
like it's more that I burn easily and I wear weirdly cut clothes. So like anytime I forget sunscreen, I end up with like this horrible pattern.
Yeah. Like a weird.
I've had one too many like weird burns where I have like a red bib or like just red hands, and I'm like, I'm done living that life. I don't tan well.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be. I would have to really dedicate some time to get it even, or even like substantial.
I have tans that last for years.
When I lived in
Jesus.
Australia, I had like a short tan and a sock tan for my entire life. And then when I moved here, the very first winter I experienced where I was just like wearing clothes all the time, it immediately went away, and I was like, this is what my skin actually looks like. This is amazing. I'm never going back. Never going back this
Exactly.
summer. Winter all the time.
Hell yeah. And you know, it's just good. I'm not getting skin cancer. Not me. No way, no how.
Yeah. And like objectively the worst part about winter is that the days are short, right? And so you're going home and it's already dark. But like if it's always day, then that's not even a problem.
No, but it's blinding when you've got all that snow and it's like full on daylight. It's like you can't even see.
I guess the only problem would be that like the snow would never melt, so it would just keep piling up and up and up and up and up, and it would never go away. It would get buried eventually.
Well, it's daylight, so at least the sun's gonna help.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back to something you just said about how you're not going to get skin cancer ever. Because I think they did studies on people who like, what do they call them? Like sun worshippers? Like people that spend all their time at the beach.
Right, like sunbathers.
Yeah, so those people, and then people who are like extreme in their suntan application, and they found that the cancer rates are pretty much the same because suntan is a or sun lotion is a carcinogenic.
But that's why I use a titanium zinc combo and not the
That sounds like nothing but problems. Sounds like you're saying, I just like to smear mercury on my skin. It's fine.
I'm just just covering myself in a layer of tinfoil.
Yeah, wasn't there some whole thing about how like underarm deodorant had trace amounts of aluminum in it, and they
Oh,
were
yeah.
like
Antiperspirant.
antiperspirant, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will get skin cancer.
You get something anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna get some kind of cancer.
It's gonna seep into
Maybe
your
I
brain. All
already
that
do.
titanium's just gonna like.
I don't wear that much.
You said you put it on 3 times a day.
Brett said I put it on 3 times a day.
She does.
No, I do like keeping my skin fairly fair. I don't know if I would ever be porcelain level.
I think you gotta be born with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and
You
not
gotta be
live in
like-
Australia because you would immediately get freckles like me.
Or just die. Like, Katie can't go to Australia. She can't.
She's not allowed.
It'll kill her.
They're gonna like see her at the airport and be like, "Oh no, honey, you need to turn back."
It's like,
can't come
we
in
actually can't even let you on the plane.
Like, it's so funny, even this weekend, which was relatively sunny for a Canadian spring day, I saw at least 10 people out who were already sunburned. I was like, you're like you have to really try to get sunburned here. Like, they must have just been like,
No, you
laying around
don't!
in the sun.
Because we've got no, like, built up immunity. Like, your skin does train itself to it. Like, the more time you are regularly in the sun, the more your body kind of reacts to it. Whereas, like, Canadian winter babies are coming out with
That's true.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, this is such a long winter too. It was 7 months of winter.
yeah.
So it's like like the minute it was above 0, there were people sitting on patios in like their coats, just, like, shivering. And I'm like, oh man, I would never do that.
Yeah, it used to be like the first warm week of summer. I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go outside. And then in 10 minutes, I would have an awkward sunburn. And then that would just be my look for the summer. No more!
Okay, we've got 4 minutes left, so I'm going to do a really, really quick one. Don Quixote asks, would you rather never wear makeup again or never be able to use a mirror again? Ladies?
I was
Am I
gonna say,
right?
I think I'm the only one. Even I wear like mascara and eyeshadow, and that's still more than you two have probably ever worn in your life.
Could I just do both? Could I just never wear makeup and also never have to look at myself?
Well, sometimes
ever
you
again?
need a mirror. Not for like sometimes you just need a mirror in order to like.
Wait, educate me on how much makeup you're both wearing right now, because I can never tell from like I've seen.
You don't know how much makeup Caitlin is wearing right now.
It
No,
is precisely 0.
She
let me
never
tell
wears
you.
makeup ever.
Yeah, because I would assume that because I've seen you with makeup on 2 occasions.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Christmas event.
And I look terrible.
You just didn't look like you at all.
It's always
The
like
Christmas event.
What?
Like, Matt was so mad when he saw me. He was like,
Who are you?
what's going on here? And he's like, you should take that off. And I was like, I'm not going to take it off.
when you got like your headshots done. It was almost like that scene from Clone High when Joan gets the makeover and she looks like a straight up whore. And she comes walking down the stairs and Abe's just like, you look like an angel.
And like, I specifically said to that makeup girl, I was like, I never wear makeup. Please be like sparing with it.
Yeah.
That was her version of sparing.
Yeah.
The bright red lipstick. Anyway, it's fine once in a while.
I usually wear mascara and then like shadow.
Right.
I don't put any face stuff on because we'll break out.
And what are those things that you mentioned just now?
You don't know what eyeshadow is.
Does that go on the top lid?
Yeah, it's when you put some powder on the top of your lids.
And then the mascara is the lashes, right?
Don't worry, we'll do your makeup later. But
Alright.
it'll make you look pretty.
I used to wear eyeliner and I got tired of it.
And what is eyeliner?
It's when you have that like black line,
You
Right.
draw
It gives you the
like
little-
around your eye.
the little flicks in the corner.
It's so complicated being a woman.
It is fun sometimes because it very like even as someone who's a trained artist, getting that eyeliner just right is fucking hard.
I have a friend who, no kidding, she shaves her eyebrows off and draws them on every day,
Yeah.
like in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
People get like
Next
eyebrow
level.
tattoos.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't know the first thing about like contouring or anything. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference between like foundation and And what's that other one? Cover Up? It's like, I don't know.
You're asking the wrong people.
It was more of an existential question.
Hey, does anyone in the chat know what the difference between foundation is?
And concealer.
And
What's the difference
concealer?
between foundation and concealer?
What are with these names? Conceal. What are you concealing?
All
Your
your
blemishes.
blemishes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not all the concealer in the world.
Anyway, that about wraps it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wait, Brett, would you rather never wear makeup or never have to look in a mirror?
It's one or the other. Never have to look in a mirror.
Or never be able to look in a mirror?
I was gonna say,
I
I don't know if I've ever like been morally compelled to look into
For
a
me, it's
mirror.
like, oh great, I never have to look at myself ever again. This is a bonus.
But like, I'm trying to think of things you might need a mirror for. Like, what if you're checking your teeth?
What about driving?
I have.
It seems like the immediate.
Well, I don't
Concern.
drive.
I
so-
think probably driving mirrors are fine, but you can't see yourself. You're like a vampire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can look into mirrors, you just can't see yourself in a mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Mirror
Anyway.
vampire. That is pretty cool.
Can other
isn't
people
it?
see you?
No.
Because then you could just pretend to be a vampire.
Yeah.
I feel like this question only applies to me.
You could be
You guys
like,
don't
yeah.
get the answer.
You could be like, oh my god. You could be like, in horror movies, my favorite thing is when they're like, having a shower or whatever, and they get out and there's the mirror.
So back
And
in the
then
bathroom again with
They
you.
they close the mirror and there's somebody behind them.
Yeah.
Although the new modern thing in movies is that they'll reverse the trope where like they're having the shower, they like close the mirror to the medicine cabinet, there's no one behind them. But then they turn around and there's somebody there.
Ah, shit! Ah! And it's you!
And it's me.
That would be a cool prank, but I mean,
You could make a career out of that. You could be the person they call when they need someone to be not in the mirror, but
no, I bet it would still show up on film though. You just can't see you in the mirror.
No,
Other
nobody
people
else.
can.
No, nobody. You're like a vampire.
That's not what the question said.
I'm the wizard now. I changed it. It's vampire rules, or you can never wear makeup again.
I'm having the last Timbit because it's raining outside and I don't want to go get lunch.
Okay.
Also,
Brett's
this
eating all
stream,
of
is,
Tim's bit.
this stream is over. But
Oh.
quickly, Laurel, choose. Are you going to be a vampire, or are you going to never wear makeup?
Well, how can you put on makeup without a mirror? This question is a trap. I have never once successfully been able to put on mascara
Well, then
without a mirror.
Somebody else could put it on for you.
I'm not. Nah, fuck that. I'll go with the other one. No more makeup for me. I'll just tattoo eyelashes on.
Alright, this is Adam saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Ew.
Bye. Is that your Adam voice?
Yep.
And we're out.
Shitty wizard!